Welcome, everybody, to Eat the Reich. I am your dastardly game master in charge of controlling the Nazis, Cody.
You bastard. You'll burn for this.
I hope so. All
Me
Nazis,
too.
even play pretend ones, deserve to get punched. The game starts. I figure we'll get everybody's introductions when you do your character introductions. So we'll save that for the fun reveal. But the game starts by you guys picking a place in Sector 3 where you would like to drop from your drop coffins. Oh, we'll come to that. I just remembered a rule, but it'll be more fun to tell you about it when it gets there.
When it's time to fuck us with it.
Ruin that funeral. Oh. I am leaning towards the hotel.
I kind of like that too.
The Hotel Latois.
Yeah.
One of the last functional grand pianos in Paris takes pride of place in the sixth-story bar. Oh no! Oh! I hate it. I'm fine with wherever.
So I'm down with either the. I like the hotel's good. I also like the graveyard and the church.
The graveyard was my second choice.
But if everyone else wants to go with the hotel, I'm down for it. Make a real mess of it, and
Yeah,
I'm
let's
sure
do
that.
Sounds like a dramatic entrance.
Okay, it sounds like we're going to the Hotel L'Etoile.
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 Hotel L'Etoile.
Did you look it up or are you just guessing?
That's how I'm assuming it's pronounced. I think that's how Cody pronounced it.
Yeah, Hotel Latois.
It's Hotel L'Etoile.
L'Etoile.
You gotta say it with a mouthful of cotton balls.
Hotel L'Etoile.
Hotel L'Etoile.
All right. So we open our mission at the swanky Hotel Latois that has been catering to families of visiting dignitaries. Its pride and joy is the last functional grand piano in Paris and its six-story bar, which is precisely where these drop coffins will smash to after coming through the roof. So the second house rule I was talking about is kind of a variation on the stunting from Exalted. I would like to ask Alex to set the tone with dropping in as
Arena.
And for dropping in first, he gets a blood. And if you can top his entrance, you also get a blood for stunting. That way everybody has a chance to start out with a blood. And we get to start out with a bang.
So, do I start with the blood, or I do this and then I get a blood?
You do your drop, then you get a blood. Once everybody does their drop, then we'll go through doing turns.
All right, cool.
I think. Give me 1 sec.
Sure.
Okay, no, your drop in is your first turn. So yeah, you would start your first turn with a blood.
The drone of a bomber fades into the distance. The ceiling, the glass panels of the ceiling skylight shatter as the coffins fly through. One lands right on the stage behind the grand piano, and out steps Irina, dressed in her linen suit, a little blood still trickling from her mouth from the blood bag, a rifle slung over her shoulder, and a sword in her hand. Oh, I've missed Paris. But it's not the same with you Germans here. Tonight you leave. Are we able to do more than that, or are we just kind of doing an introduction?
Yeah, no. What dice would you like to roll? How are you forming your dice pool? What is she doing?
She's going to roll Terrify. Just using the shock and awe of it all. Looking around, the caught off guard Nazis. So okay, that's a 3. So dice is 3d6. Roll. No, that didn't roll.
Is she like? Are you going to use any equipment, or you just want to roll the Terrify for now?
I'm gonna roll the Terrify for now because I don't think equipment. Oh yeah. Yeah. No, she's not gonna use her equipment right now. Sorry. 3d 3 5s. That's awesome. Yeah. What can I do with that?
All right. So you have 3 successes. As Arena drops in and attempts to rattle these officers, they are a few immediately like they've heard stories of this happening. A few past their fight kicks in instead of their flight, and they're going to pull out their pistols, taking aim at her. So I rolled 2 successes for the enemies. So
Okay.
that will be 2 damage unless you use one of your successes to block it.
Okay. I'll absolutely.
Or
do
you
that.
can use 2 successes to block it if you wanted to block all the damage and then
Yeah,
have
I want to
one
block all the
success.
damage, and then, I think she just, if this is how it works, then she'd use the last success to attack one and just cut the nearest Nazi's throat with her saber.
Yeah, so would you say she's charging at the nearest Nazi with her saber?
Yeah, she gets out, she says this, and she just sprints for the nearest Nazi. Maybe there's one standing next to the piano as it's played, and just, runs as she's running by, just cutlass to the neck.
Yeah.
Spray of arterial blood.
Yeah, would you like to mark a use of your cavalry saber and roll 2 more dice?
Sure. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, and then dice 2 4s.
All right. So you are. All right. So you're going to reduce the threat by 1 on one of the police or the Nazi officers.
All right.
And then you have 2 more successes that you can now use.
Maybe I'll get blood.
Yeah. So you just want to use the last 2 successes on just gaining blood?
Yeah. Get a nice little blood pool going for future use.
Yeah. So you are up to 3 blood.
Okay. Do you check that, or do I check that?
You would track it on your character sheet. I don't.
There it is. Okay.
I have no idea what the
it.
character sheets on Alchemy look like. Because
Cool. So I marked 3 because 2 from that and 1 from the house rule.
yeah.
Cool. All right, then. Yeah.
All right. Who would like to follow that up?
I can.
All right. Tell us what happens.
You didn't hit the piano, right, Alex?
No, I did not.
Okay. So what's going to happen is, kind of following this tense moment, I assume this happens right after Alex's turn went. There's
Yeah.
kind of a distant noise that is hard to kind of quantify at first, that is slowly getting louder. Until the guards probably cock their heads and listen out and hear just wails of terror. Anyway, so just the screams of what sound like a mortified child are just descending on them until another coffin crashes through the ceiling, and I hate to steal the thunder, lands directly on the piano.
That's the entire point.
Yeah. You didn't do it, so I'm gonna do it.
Well, I didn't want to just do everything and then you're trying to top it.
Well, thank you. As the coffin shatters away, the mangled parts of this half man, half bat that is Flint kind of get splattered with blood and meld themselves back together as he kind of like panics like he's in a net as the wires from the piano are like he's like tangled in the wires. How many guards are around me, Cody?
That's not a question for me. How many guards are around you, Tyler?
Okay, so there's 4 guards around me.
Yeah, there are.
And as Flint shakes himself like a dog, the wires from the piano fling out, and the guards get caught in the piano wires as he like just kind of like slices them to bits. I'm gonna roll brawl.
Gross.
Yeah. So to roll that, it is my score plus.
It is your score. Flint's deal is you've got that special that just kind of just pops when you are in combat.
Yeah.
So you've got your steel gouging claws. If you wanted to use that equipment, I would call this an ambush because they sure as shit won't expecting it.
Sure.
So if you wanted to kick off a use of your claws,
yeah,
you would add 2 to your brawl.
So I'll roll 6.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do I go to roll?
The tooth on the bottom of the screen.
Oh.
So when I roll a 6, nothing happens because Nazis aren't cool enough to have a crit.
You're damn right they're not.
So you will. So you have 1 point of danger. You have the 6, so you can use that 6 to just click the special and get 3 blood.
Might as well.
Dope. So
Right.
that would use your 6. And then how would you like to assign your other 2?
So I have 1 point of danger, so one of my 2 gets rid of that.
Yeah, if you want, you can either get rid of it or take a chance because it's like a 50-50 shot that it takes a damage tick but doesn't do anything.
How many damage ticks do I have?
You have 6 in total.
I'm a crazy rabbit Batman. I'll just do both for damage. I can use the blood to heal, right?
Yeah, you can use 3 blood to heal a tick if it winds up if the damage winds up being something you don't want.
Sure.
Yeah, so now that we've got the dice negotiating done, go into a little more detail for me about how. Well, actually, let me see what damage Flint takes. All right, so you take a 2 on your damage track. So 2 is Flint's jaw is broken, so he can't gain blood from Nazis.
So I get blood from my special, right?
Yeah, your special still goes off, but after this, until you fix your broken jaw, you can't drink blood from Nazis.
But I can still use my special, correct?
Yes, because your special is like the blood splatter spills in your mouth. It's not you biting somebody. So I'm going to go with yeah.
Okay. And I can fix that later. I can fix that later if I need to, right?
Yeah, so tell me how Flint ghost ships these Nazis and gets his jaw broken in the process.
So as Flint is kind of flailing around with all those wires going over, I imagine he like hits the corner of his jaw on what was once the corner of that baby grand piano with a sickening crack. It's the yowling from that pain makes him shake even harder, and these people try to run away before even realizing that they are already falling to the ground. Like they think they're still running. It's like
Their
man,
legs run out from under their torso.
yeah, but no, rather the legs fall, but the torso keeps going. It's like man, I was I always this short? No, no, no. You are. Is it kind of thud to the ground with a wet sound, arterially spraying everywhere, which I assume is how I get my 3 blood from my thing.
Yeah. Now the question is damage the Nazi officers, or do you want to assign your 2 to completing the objective of making a suitable entrance?
Can I split it?
Yeah, you can put one on Nazis and one on suitable entrance. The reason I ask is because at the end of a round, after you've all taken your turn, I reinforce the enemies. So you do still want to work towards the objective, or else we're gonna just be fighting endless Nazis until we assign those.
I'll put both towards the
Oh,
objective.
I didn't
Sorry, I
realize
should
that.
have mentioned that. I forgot about that part.
I'll put both
It's-
to the objective. It's fine.
All right. Yeah, so I would call that a suitable entrance. So go ahead and take another blood. Well, you should have a total of 4 marked.
Okay.
And who wants next?
I can go.
Yeah. So as this chaos is starting to break loose, how does Astrid make her entrance with her drop coffin?
So, as the coffin drops, hers will drop slightly to the left of Flint's. And there's a moment of silence before anything, like from her coffin, before anything happens. And then all of a sudden, with a loud thud, she uses her thick fighter pilot boot that's falling apart to kick the coffin door open. A blood pouch hanging from her mouth, kind of like a sucked dry Capri Sun. And she just kind of does a nice big stretch with her arms in the air and moves her body from side to side. I think I've landed planes a little smoother than that. And she will swing her machine gun from around her back and just start blasting at the closest Nazi.
Started blasting.
Yeah. So a couple Nazis, when they see the gun come out, flip tables up to try to take cover. So you want to mark a use of your machine gun, and let's see, your shoots 2. So mark a use of your machine gun and roll 4 dice. Yeah, these guys so how would you've got 2 2 6s.
2 6s and a 5.
So if you wanted to use one of your specials to reduce the one of the groups of Nazi officers' threats by 3, you would eliminate that threat this turn.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. That's the unnatural endurance, correct?
Yeah. And then if you want to use your other 6 sided die to reduce the other group's attack dice by 3, until I reinforce, I can't attack anybody else this round. So, like, you would be effectively suppressive firing, and then be able to use your last one on gaining a blood and blood or advancing the objective. But you would pin me down for the rest of this round.
Let's do that.
All right. So tell me how Astrid, like, viscerally rips through an entire squad of Nazi officers and then keeps the other ones too scared to attack.
As soon as she sees them flip the tables up, she props a foot up on the piece of broken grand piano and rests her elbows on her leg, on her thigh, to hold the machine gun. And she just goes from sweeping motions side to side, laughing as she mows them down.
Does she shout for liberty as she does it?
No, I'm going for a Jinx vibe from League of Legends.
Oh yeah, that does it too. Yeah, so did you want to advance the objective or take a blood?
I'm gonna take a blood.
All right, so go ahead and mark 2 blood.
2 blood.
Man, these dice sure are doing a good job of escalating each person.
Yeah.
By the time we get to the end, it's just going to be like 5 6s.
Great. Michaela or Brendan, who wants next?
I'll let Michaela go.
I love that because she was sitting there staring at her computer waiting for you to say something. She was about to hit the button to say, I guess. And then you watched her spirits rise and fall.
So Nicole or Nicolette's coffin drops down. As it lands in the room, you'll notice 2 small explosions next to the hinges, and she will kick off the door to her coffin. Bonjour, Nazi cunts, and she will light a firebomb off the lit cigarette in her mouth. I love the smell of fire in the evening, and throw it towards a cluster of officers, watching them engulf in flames and their skin melting off while they screams fill the air.
Did you call me Nazi cunts?
I did.
Wonderful.
That's pretty good. Pretty good.
All right, so you are using your firebomb? All right. And are you using it as to trap the Nazis in here with you? As a fire trap?
Quick.
All right. So, what stat would you like to use?
All right, so the stat will be terrifying.
All right. So your terrify is a 3. You get 1 for using the first use of your firebomb, and +2 for using it to trap the Nazis in with y'all. So that is 6d6. I know you are having a hard time with the alchemy side, so if you wanted to roll in Discord, you're welcome to. So you got 3 and a 6. So you can, if you want to use your 6 to activate your scavenger special, you can untick that use of your firebomb. So get the use of your firebomb back, and then roll another d6.
And roll a d6?
Yes. All right. So go ahead and roll me another d6 and untick your firebomb. Yeah. So how would you like to allocate your 4 successes? My police patrol that's currently being suppressed. If you put all 4 to them, you would wipe them out. So they only get 1 threat back at the end of the round. Or you can pop 4 towards making a suitable entrance, and that would count as y'all completing, or put you closer to completing the objective. Because you need how many of y'all are playing? 6 of y'all?
I
Yeah.
think.
5 of us.
Oh, Okay, yeah. So
Oh, if the man says he could take it all.
you'll need 7 successes because you add 1 to the challenge for every person over 4 y'all have. So you'll need 7 instead of 6. So if you put all 4 towards the challenge, that would make it so that when Brennan goes, he only needs to put 1, and then y'all succeed in making an acceptable entrance.
I will put all 4 towards the objective.
And what is our objective for this one right now?
This one, the objective is to make a suitable entrance. So pretty much
okay.
get in, kill all the Nazis.
Extra and announce ourselves.
Yeah. Like, I think it's funny that y'all chose this one where the objective is to make a suitable entrance. Like, I think some of the other ones are like, eliminate the Nazis. There's one that's like, get to the catacomb. The graveyard, the objective is to get to the catacombs.
The graveyard's to ruin the funeral.
Yeah, that one. I think I made a side objective then. But yeah. So, like, each one's got a kind of abstract objective. Like, it's all prompts. And
Okay.
y'all are working towards that prompt. Oh, also take your blood, Michaela. Yeah, 1 blood.
Okay. What was that all with Michaela's turn, or?
Yeah. Or, well, actually, no. Yeah, give me your details on what's going on as you allocate your dice. So your dice are being allocated towards making a suitable objective. Do you want to add any more flair to burning Nazi cunts?
I feel like that was pretty flary enough, you know. Light a bomb on a cigarette, dudes melting.
Yeah, if it works for you, it works for me. It was pretty hot. See what I did there?
Ha 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 ha.
So yeah, Brendan, wrap us up, bud.
Chuck, after being dropped from the bomber with the Fang squad, is dropped last despite his protestations that nah, man, I got a bit. Drop me first. I got a bit I want to do when I get in there. He gets dropped last, and in doing so, everyone else has somehow avoided the sudden influx of large Great German bustards, which are one of the largest flying creatures in Europe. And Chuck's drop coffin just happens to hit it in such a way that it is now spinning, and Chuck is basically being turned into like a centrifuge as he falls. The coffin falls and lands where that basically hat down on the ground, and Chuck is turned into a fine paste for a moment before the ethically harvested nun's blood reconstitutes himself, and the door to the coffin kind of pops open, and he kind of like tumbles out and stands up, and you hear him do in the worst German accent, the worst English, but with a German accent that someone probably could do. He's just like, "Oh, hey y'all, this isn't where I parked mine horse." But seeing all the catastrophe around, he just goes, "Oh, dang y'all, I want to do my bit." And he puts his cowboy hat on and he looks around. It's like, okay, well, I guess we gotta. Oh shit, this ain't gonna do anything. And he's going to go to try and use the remainder of his drop coffin and try to fix up some of the bits on it to jerry rig the springs to basically have it like explode at the remaining Nazis.
Yeah, man. So roll me 4 + 2, so 6. Yeah. 6 dice.
Wow.
Hey,
Well,
that's two things that counts as two successes.
And there's no more Nazis around for me to fight anyway, so.
I mean, there are definitely Nazis around. Like you, excessive violence is just what Nazis deserve. So yeah, you could have it explode and you know cut a Nazi in half with your coffin door.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, I meant you're not throwing any more stuff at me, is what I meant.
Uh, yeah, I am still pinned down. If
Okay.
you don't allocate those successes towards making a suitable entrance, I reinforce at the end of the round, and I'll get Nazis back.
I think that what I just did was definitely a suitable entrance.
I think so too.
Yeah, I will use that the one success that I rolled on 6 dice to put that towards the objective.
2 successes, because
E.
just 6 is 2, isn't it?
Yeah, crit should be 2, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
yeah, then 2 to go towards the objective.
yeah, which it just kind of overflows because you only needed one. But it is important to remember that 6 count as 2. Yeah. So explain to me, or if you care to go into greater detail, what happens after this jerry-rigged coffin explodes the door into pieces of steel shrapnel that pin the remaining flaming Nazis to the wall as the screams fall silent and all you hear is the crackle of a now burning hotel.
So Chuck looks to the rest of them and goes, "Okay, guys, give me a little bit of cover and fire." And he's going to pull out some tools on his tool belt and start like messing with the remaining bits of the coffin back. Okay, 3, 2, 1, hit the dirt. And then, as soon as he yells that, the coffin is going to explode out in all directions, going above people's heads and everything. And in the process of doing this, he has pulled out little pinches of uh like little powders and stuff, so that when they explode off of the coffin, they are streamers of red, white, and blue going everywhere, and and they're like hitting Nazis and like decapitating them and like pinning them to the wall. And like when it's all done, he just stands up and gives like a bad salute and just like wiping some blood from his eye and then licking his lips, just goes, "God bless America."
Cody, when he says hit the dirt, I punch the dirt.
Done. I watched you know what movie I watched yesterday that made me realize that it's just Brendan whenever plays someone who has a southern accent. Has anyone seen The Ballad of Buster Scruggs?
Yeah.
He's just Buster. I need some whiskey to keep my singing voice in tune. I can hear it already.
Yeah, no, like when that after that the coffin explodes and everything, he just kind of looks to the rest of his Fang members and he's just like, I was even practicing my German. See, look at this. Let me think. It was and again, bad German. He just goes, wait, so someone taught me this. Hier habe ich mein Pferdnik geparkt.
Guten, y'all.
Guten dog, y'all. Yeah, no, the lady back at base told me that's how you say this isn't where I parked my horse, but in German.
Listen me.
All right. So, everybody feel like they got a decent hang for how this game's going to work for the rest of the game?
Oh my god. Yeah.
No, but yes.
I'm feeling like I could go much bigger now.
Yeah.
No.
Gootin', y'all.
Gootin', y'all.
Uh,
All right. So out of the window, you notice there's a metro station next to the Saint Medard Church that will get you into Sector 3. You've also heard rumors that there is a secret entrance underneath the hotel that runs into the catacombs that will bring you into Sector 2 as well. So would you like to go to the church in the metro station or down into the catacombs?
Irina has a little blood spatter on her her suit. Doesn't seem to mind that, but is fervently trying to wipe away the dust on it. The catacombs are not too dirty. I say we take the tram.
Flint just kind of does a weird, like winged shrug and goes, "Oh."
Chuck just goes, well, I don't think we're going to find no horses down no catacombs, so I'm good to see if maybe we can find a horse at the church.
I'm fine with the church. Whatever we want to hit first is fine by me.
Chuck, this is Paris. We won't be finding horses just anywhere.
What? Don't y'all have horses just everywhere? You got fields everywhere. You made songs about them.
Yes, they're in the fields. This is the city.
So you're telling me that the entire country of Paris is a city?
This man's gonna bring a horse into this game. You just wait. Give him a chance.
Yes, the entire country of Paris is horse-free. Only the provinces beyond have the horses.
Okay, I see.
You hear a horse whinny outside, but shortly after, a Nazi with a piece of steel sticking through him jumps out the window, and you look down, and the last horse in the entire country of Paris is under a piece of Nazi shrapnel.
It's on. Do we see that outside the window?
Yeah,
What floor are we on?
the
Sixth floor.
sixth.
Oh,
What are you, Owen? You can just fly.
I
Can't you?
can, but then I have to leave everyone else to just go eat the last horse of Paris.
I think Irina just leans over the broken window and fires a round with her rifle into the Nazi below, just to make sure he's dead.
Blunt does look lovingly at the and hungrily at the corpse of the last horse of Paris.
I mean, they got to meet you on the ground floor anyways to go across the road to the church.
It's true.
Well, isn't the church?
I can't eat anything anyway because my jaw is broken.
Or the church was next to the metro station.
Yeah. It's funny how things work out. Parisians do shit backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, so y'all make your way down through the hotel. You tip the French waitstaff. By the time y'all make it past there, across the street, that horse isn't there anymore. What happened?
On the way down,
That's between Flint and God.
On the way down, can I roll to search some rooms for some good shoes?
Oh yeah,
by good shoes I mean like gorgeous heels.
Yeah, that absolutely. You open you open one of the rooms, and you open one of the rooms, and in it is Coco Chanel.
Perfect.
famous famous Nazi dater. So yeah, the word on the street is she has some really nice shoes.
Irina just walks in, notices Coco sitting at her, I don't know, on her bed or whatever, and just reminds me, and just walks straight into the closet and starts rummaging through things, looking for, some excellent shoes.
You
And
do get
anything else, maybe a nice purse. She's looking for some look good stuff.
yeah, you've
Drip.
got a free shopping trip
Hell yeah.
with an outfit designed by Coco Chanel, who is known for making fashionable outfits that are also made for the working woman instead of
Mhm.
these impractical dresses.
Yeah. So she's got a new
Checkered
suit
past this
jacket,
woman.
all that sort of stuff. But she's pretty quickly back with the others. She's tucked the heels into her pack, and maybe just thrown the jacket on.
Ooh, the background changed. Fancy.
Yeah. Yeah, so you do have your nice fresh jacket. Tyler, go ahead and take you another blood.
Yeah.
I mean, that as stated, your injury just says you can't gain blood from Nazis, and I don't think a horse is a Nazi.
Could be.
So if Flint's gonna eat it, Flint's gonna eat it.
Okay.
Flint's gonna do what Flint's gonna do.
So there's no limit to how often I can special, right?
Nope. Well, the limit is how many sixes you roll.
Oh, okay. When Flint rejoins everyone, he's been every now and again shaking his head in irritation at his clearly broken jaw. Eventually, he shakes it one more time really hard, and it snaps back into place viscerally as but it's wrong. So he breaks it again and sets it back into place, and then he gives a crooked smile with a thumbs up to everyone else at the end of his wing.
Gross.
I love it.
So I'm guessing you're using 3 of your blood to heal.
Correct. I hope you guys are ready for me to be the Scooby-Doo of this fucking gang of brutal vampires.
Ruh-roh.
Also, it is worth noting that you can share blood with people. So, Flint's obviously
I'm gonna have a lot of it.
in playing is going to gain blood a lot faster. So, you can start baby birding the rest of them to give them blood.
I like to think that I just do my job as the team dog and just as a dog lick my friends and give them blood.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
All right. So as you approach St. Medard Church, you go inside and, well, you get to the doorstep, and in front is, standing in front of the church is a guy in it's a Nazi uniform, but he's also got the priest frock around his neck. So you have come to confess your sins, yes?
no.
Ah, yeah. That's exactly what we're here to do, mine friar man. I'm gonna turn to the crew and I'm gonna wink.
I do the How to Train Your Dragon thing. I give him the double thumbs up and nod.
Yes.
Was ist das? Ist you are not of us, gods?
Irina. Well, I've got
He
something to
starts
do
yelling.
when you get a sec.
Yeah, go ahead.
Irina ignores him entirely, and leans Noting the ancient church that he stands in front of, leans on her blood powers, and a swarm of bats emerge from the old bell tower and simply swarm the priest, biting and squeaking and whatnot. So I have I can summon a swarm of bats, and I get a bonus for old buildings.
Yeah. So we aren't in
Oh, okay.
we aren't in the challenge yet.
Oh.
But if you want to use that for flavor, that's definitely good flavor.
Cool. Well, that's fine.
So he gets out his shout for the guards as a patrol rounds the corner. And the bats flying out from the steeple and devouring this priest provides enough cover for you all to retreat in the church as 2 battalions of Nazis round the corner and start shooting up the church with y'all are inside it. Luckily, that whole thing about vampires and sacred ground is just Catholic propaganda.